West Red Lake Gold just announced the start of drilling at Fork, which is a deposit that's right beside the Madsen mine. We're going to do 3,000 meters of drilling from surface into this deposit to improve our confidence in the deposit model enough that we can make a decision about mining this adjacent deposit. Okay, let me set the scene here for why we're focusing on this right now. We are in sight of full-scale, consistent full-scale operations at Madsen. This historic mine, restarted historic mine, is going to tap high-grade gold in zones that are in and around previously mined areas. Now, when Madsen was previously mined in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, the old-timers, they knew certainly how to get good gold, but they were also somewhat limited in where and how they could mine, and to some extent in their understanding of the mineralization at Madsen. That, as a result, they left a lot of gold behind. The 1.5 million ounces that we have today at Madsen, those are just that, gold waiting to be mined that's in and around the old operation. Now, there are some rich and or large areas in that mix already, and we are pretty confident that we can find more rich or large areas by testing the targets that we have derived from the million meters of drilling that's happened at Madsen over the last 100 years. In terms of targets, I'm talking about offsets and parallel structures and opportunities at depth and analogous settings along strike and just areas around the mine that were missed. There's lots of those targets. 2 such targets have already turned into high-grade jewelry boxes for us. Those are the zones that we found in South Austin and in Lower Main Austin, and we are going to mine those in 2026. Now, in general, the more that we can define and then mine new areas of good gold mineralization that are not encumbered by historic workings, the better that will be for Madsen, because such areas offer the potential for both strong grades, which is a hallmark of Madsen, and efficient mining, which is something that's a little hard when you're working in and around old workings. So incorporating new efficient areas into our overall Madsen mine plan is the best way to help Madsen grow in both scale and lifespan. So that context, that's why we're excited about Fork. Fork is a near-surface deposit that was not previously mined, and it sits just 250 meters away from Madsen. It was a bit ignored by the previous operator at the Madsen mine and for a while by us, because overall the Fork deposit grades only 5.2 grams per ton gold. Now, when we dove into that data in a little bit more detail, we realized that there's a core in the larger Fork deposit that's much higher grade, probably in the 8 to 9 gram per ton range, and it's nicely continuous and well shaped for mining. Now, those numbers, the grades and the descriptions that I just gave, they need more backstop, more information, hence the new drill program. 3,000 meters of drilling will infill the core of the deposit enough to enable mine design. And if that mine design looks good, we will be in a position to decide to tunnel over, develop access, tunnel over from the Madsen mine. It'll take maybe about 2 months to get over there, and then we could start mining at Fork. If that all works out, Fork could add tons of nice gold grade to the Madsen mine plan, and those tons would be easy to mine because they're in an unmined area, and because they also sit close to surface, those tons would be fairly easy to truck and sort of add into the sequence of the mine plan at Madsen. And those nice tons could potentially be in production in the second half of next year, just right around the corner. So we're within sight of commercial production at Madsen. We're confident that our initial version of the mine is going to work, and so we're already very much looking ahead, enacting the plans that we see that give potential for this mine to be bigger and better. Fork is part of that vision, and so we're pretty excited that we now have drills turning there.